What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dr. Horsepower, and we are back with yet another banger. And today we're going to be talking about how I turned my SRT 392, which is basically a modern day ScatPack, into a dig monster that can run with a Hellcat. You can do the exact same thing. Let's dive in. Alright, so I already know I need to watch what I say. I need to watch my words carefully because I got my keyboard warriors and my Hellcat owners out there just ready to dive into my comments saying, hey, bruh, a 392, a ScatPack can never outrun a Hellcat. Obviously, I know this. I own a red-eye Hellcat, so I know that the 392s are not going to be able to outrun them in the long run. But this video is about how I turned my 392 into an absolute dig monster, which is basically the same thing that Dodge was able to do with their 1320 Challenger. And to back up my words, I'm gonna be dropping some videos in here of me racing my 392, which is a manual. You got to keep that in mind. I'm racing my manual 392 against automatic Hellcats, and I'm giving them a run for their money. So before we jump into the race content, let's talk about stock numbers. So I'm not talking about your modern day Hellcats and the red eyes and stuff, the 797 horsepower and the 807 horsepower. I'm talking about your typical, your 707 horsepower that came with 275s and your Pirellis. Out the door, their quarter mile times when you got them, they were going to be running somewhere like mid to low 11s, depending on how good of a driver you were. Now, if you were in a manual Hellcat, good luck. If you go online, you're not going to find a lot of videos of a manual Hellcat running the quarter mile bone stock. A lot of people, they don't post it. They don't like the times. Truth be told, they are really, really high 11-second cars. And that is if you are a good driver. If you're an average driver, those cars are probably putting down like 12 seconds flat. I've seen the bad drivers run as bad as like 12.2, 12.3 in a manual Hellcat. As for your ScatPacks, your 392s, when you get these, no ifs, ands, or buts, you're in the 12s. You're a 12-second car. If you're in an automatic, I don't know, low to mid 12s. If you're in a manual, like what I had here with my 6-speed, it's tough, guys. I mean, putting that power down to the ground in a 6-speed is tough. So I think my best time that I ran when I first got this car was like a 12.7. So when I mention making these cars as fast as a Hellcat or making it outrun a Hellcat, I'm not talking about highway pulls. I'm not talking about you going, you get on the interstate, you line up next to a Hellcat and you're like, 1, 2, 3, go. You're going to get demolished all day long. If you're not running boost on one of these cars, you're going to absolutely get destroyed. I'm referring to a man's race. I'm talking about down at the drag strip, at the tree, prepped surface. That's where these 392s are really gonna shine. So I'm gonna drop a video here of me racing an automatic Hellcat, and as you can see, off the line, no chance in hell. I mean, I was out of the gates on him. I was able to put the power down because, I mean, I was on a drag pack, of course. So it's gonna take him a while to really be able to put his power down. But through the 1/8 of a mile, dude could not catch me. You could not even see him in my camera view. But for the simple fact that he's boosted, and he has that supercharger and he has the 8-speed auto top end, he's gonna catch you. He's gonna outrun you. Now, we both ran bad times in that. I think he ended up running like a 12 flat and I ran like, I don't know, a low 12 or something, because my car was not fully done. Now, here we are again, further along. I got more mods added onto my car, which I will be going over my mods here shortly. Now I'm gonna be racing against another automatic Hellcat. We both have passengers. This is from a 20-year-old. So all the excuses of, oh, he couldn't put the power down, he couldn't hook up, those excuses are out the door. Because if you look, not only did he hook, he pulled on me initially. I was able to walk him back down, pull ahead of him. So from about, I don't know, 20 miles per hour all the way up to about 80, 60 to 80 miles per hour. The dude was behind me.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, go!
And if you know automatics and you know manuals, every single time that the manual goes to shift, the automatic is gonna pull, and he's gonna pull, and he's gonna pull with every single shift. So if he was not able to catch me on a 20-year-old, which he did hook, if he wasn't able to catch me to about 60 to 80 miles per hour, if he was in a manual Hellcat, would they have been able to catch me? Possibly. Would they have caught me as quickly? Nah. On the drag strip in the quarter mile, I do not think that a manual would have caught me. All right, let's get down to the nitty gritty. Let's get down to, all right, what kind of times am I running and what's done to my car? So I'm gonna drop a video here of my car running a, I think it's an 11 11.8, which isn't my best time, but at the time it was. My fastest now is an 11.7. Let's go ahead and get this clip rolling. So they hook pretty nicely. As you can see, I ran an 11.8 according to the car, which was actually my personal best before. And I launched at about 3,500 RPMs, maybe 3,600, somewhere up in there. So I'm gonna take it up a little bit higher on the next one, launch at about 4,000. I'm gonna leave the tire pressure right here because they dead hooked. Let's go up here, let's get this time slip and see how we did. Hey there.
Hi there.
All right, thank you. All right, let's see how we did. Woo! New personal best, baby, 11.8. All right, so there you have it. Me running an 11.8 with no boost, guys. So there is no boost on this car. There is no E85. I have 1320 springs, never put them on. My heads are still stock. So there's so much left to go in this car. I do plan on making this a 10-second car. I've just been investing so much time and money into getting that Hellcat red. I had the last call edition, but I am back to putting mods on this car. I'm sure now you're probably wondering, all right, then what is on the car? We know what isn't on the car, so what is on the car? That's gonna be a whole nother video, but I am gonna basically just give you a roundabout right now. I have basically everything that you can do to one of these motors without boosting it. So I'm talking it's cammed, long tubes, catless, ported manifold, ported throttle body, Hellcat intake, spark plugs, the thermostat to keep it cool, of course. I'm sure there's some things that I'm missing. The drag pack that was in here. I'll go over all this stuff in detail, and I'm gonna go over what I paid for every single item, the shop that did it, my mechanic. I'm gonna go over absolutely everything, guys. So if you don't want to miss that video, make sure that you smash that subscribe button, give me the thumbs up, stick around for that next video. Until then, peace.